Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Julia Rachel, and today I'm going to be telling you all about the story of the time I was a server/bartender in a $30,000 a night hotel room. So how I all fell into this was when I first moved to New York. I was bartending in the city, working as a cocktail waitress, doing bottle service, etc. And I was actually working at a club. I'm not going to say the name of this club. It was super sketchy though. This club, I ended up getting a better bartending job, but that's where I first started. So I was working at this club. I was also doing music videos, working as a music video model, which is kind of how I got this gig, because I was making a decent amount there. So while I was working there, I actually got introduced to a guy. We're gonna call this guy Sam. So Sam would come in, and Sam was a big spender. He tipped really well, and he always bought a lot of drinks. And Sam looked like he could be like straight out of like an old like mobster or gangster movie.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back.
That's how I'd best describe him. I actually never knew what ethnicity he was or where he was from. I'm gonna go with he was from Italy. He had a thick accent. He told me Egypt, but I don't know. He said he doesn't like to he likes to lie about where he's from. So we're gonna go with that. And one time I needed a ride home. Couldn't get a ride share, really snowy out, couldn't take the subway. I needed a ride home. And the thing about Sam was he always said, like, I'll be your friend, like, if you need a ride. He wasn't creepy. He was actually a pretty genuine guy. He wasn't creepy. He just was there to help. Like, he liked to help people out, and for some reason, he just liked me as a person. So anyways, he gave me a ride home. It was fine. Probably not the smartest or safest thing to do because we weren't exactly close by any means at this point. But he did give me a ride home, and then he was like, can I have your number just in case? I actually used to work at the Palace Hotel as a security guard, as like a doorman at the Palace, and he was also a driver. Sorry, that's a super important part. He was also a driver. He used to drive a limo, and now he worked for like a car service. And so he was like, yeah, sometimes I get like random bartending, waitressing gigs at the Palace Hotel or at other hotels around the city. So I was like, sure. I gave my number. Never heard from him again. He never really came in again. Then weeks later, he calls me and he goes, hi, this is Sam. I have a job for you at the Palace Hotel. This couple, they're friends with a woman who works on Broadway. She was a famous Broadway singer. And the wife is visiting from Florida, and the wife actually is like an off-Broadway singer. Her and her husband have a hotel room at the Palace. They're doing a private party for this Broadway singer, and they need someone to serve drinks, clean up after people, just make sure everyone's having their drinks, help serve hors d'oeuvres. They had it all catered, blah, blah, blah. So I said, sure. So during this time, I was actually not only waitressing, bartending at this club I was working at, on the weekends, I also had a full-time job as a telemarketer during the week at a tech company, which is another story time. And I also waitressing at underground poker games. So this is kind of important because the night before this happened, I worked an almost 24-hour shift. I worked at my telemarketing job, and then I went straight to the poker game. At the poker game, I worked again until morning. So I just had worked all day, all night. So when he called me, I had just woken up. It was the afternoon. And so I was like, sure, I can't turn down money. How much does it pay? What should I wear? And so he goes, well, how much do you want? And I was like, well, he's like, it's just like 3-4 hours, this party that she needs you to help clean up and serve stuff. So I was like, just shoot my shot here. I said $500, and he goes, yeah, that's fine, let me call these people back. Now, I knew this was the Palace. I did not know the whole story of this was going to be this big of a hotel room or this big of an event, or that I would be the only one working at. So I didn't know that at all. And he was like, can you do $400 and they'll pay for your cab, which I think is like the same. I don't know what the deal was with that, but I said sure. So that was all set. The money was all set. I had to get in the shower. I was like, what do I wear? He told me sneakers, black jeans, and a black button down. Like, I was going to a formal event. So I said, okay. And he emphasized, he goes, don't look too pretty. The woman who's the off-Broadway singer who was hosting the party will get jealous, which is kind of weird. I was like, I'm not even wearing makeup. He kept emphasizing it though. I'm like, I'm not even wearing makeup. I look so ugly. Like, please, like, do not worry about it. Weird that he would even say that. I ended up taking the subway there. I was poor, and I still am a little poor. There on time, and Sam was outside to greet me, and I was like, hi, like, what's going on? And he goes, don't worry, I already talked to the door guy, the security people, they're just gonna walk you up to the room. So I said, okay. So I go up to the room, was not expecting it at all. So this hotel room, apparently they weren't paying the full price for the hotel room though. They had been upgraded. This couple, they had been upgraded to this room. So first of all, you walk in and it's like a huge like penthouse, like you would, like any vacation like suite, I guess. So you walk in and there's a big room with a piano, a fireplace, like huge area. Then you go, there's a big dining room, and then you go, there's a big kitchen. Then there's like a bathroom, and then there's bedroom, and then you go upstairs, and there's more bedrooms, and then you go upstairs from that, and there's like a porch, like balcony, like this is like the penthouse, so it's top floor. You can see New York. There's like a high wall, so you can't get off. You can see New York though, and there's a big jacuzzi up there too. Never seen a room like this in New York, because obviously here in New York we're limited on space. This was crazy. So I get in and immediately they put me to work. Like I was working all night, making these drinks, you know, just they had like regular aperitifs, and then they had it all catered. They were super helpful, the couple was super helpful. And then this woman came in whose birthday they were hosting, and the woman was like 80 years old, still singing on Broadway. So the party goes on, everything's fine, everyone was super nice, actually, they weren't really snobby to me at all, and this woman who's like 80, literally 80 years old, does a song, like a performance for everyone, and I had no clue she was this big on Broadway, or it'd be this big of a, like, thing, but it was really cool to be able to see that, and the wife did like a performance too, she like did like a song and dance. The only regret that I have being in this room was all the food they had. They had like the best appetizers, the best everything. At this time in my life I was working so much, I wasn't eating a lot. I literally was so just not hungry from just not eating that I just didn't eat anything. Like I think I had like a cheese cube towards the end of the night. And also when I was working at the underground poker games, I was drinking a lot. So I was still hungover. I just wasn't hungry, I guess. I don't know. So I didn't eat anything, but the food looked so good. They had those like Magnolia Bakery banana dessert things. I forget what they're called. You know what I mean? Those Magnolia Bakery banana things. Banana cream pie. So everything just looked so good. They were super helpful, and at the end of the night they asked me, like, everyone was leaving, I was helping cleaning up, and then the husband and the wife asked me to come up to the penthouse, like the top floor with them, come up and take pictures, just be their personal photographer. So I did that. That's where I saw the jacuzzi, all the bedrooms. The wife gave me the whole suite tour. And also in this room there was a huge champagne bottle with someone's name on it, the year that it had been donated. It was like designed. I'm going to try and find a picture online to show you guys, because this was really like an important part of the room, an important aspect of the room. It was right there, just this big champagne bottle, and it said like David or something on it. I'm going to try and find the picture online to show you guys. But I guess it couldn't leave the room. He had donated to the room. I don't know. And at the end of the night, they gave me my money, which was awesome that I was getting paid this much for it. And the wife actually took down my number, and she's like, if I'm ever in New York again, can I text you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, of course. I never got a text from her or whatever. I told her, you know, I put my number as Julia New York so she would know who I was. But it was a really cool experience, and definitely not what I was expecting at all. The wife was super nice. She didn't say anything about my looks or whatever Sam said. It was definitely a sketchy beginning, but not a sketchy ending. And that's my story of the time I was a waitress in a over $30,000 a night hotel room. If you guys like this story and you want to hear more about my waitressing, bartending, and poker club waitress nights, please like and comment below, and like and subscribe for more story times from me. I'm Julia Rachel. Bye.